one on Billboard.
I mean, yeah. But to me, the 1,500 digital, the most amazing number to me is that she had 1,500 digital, 2,000. I mean, it wasn't even 2,000. But she had about 75% digital. And to be honest, she had 75% digital, and iTunes had her search. Screwed up. You couldn't even search her name in the first 2 days. It wouldn't come up. So there is hope. You guys.
I think to play devil advocate to both of them, because they both pretty much wrapped up that point. They're also, you do stand to make way more money because, like he said, if you keep your masters, you could do what's called synchronization or a publishing deal straight with a sponsor, like let's say Nokia picks you up or you're in the new, some other type of commercial, like a car commercial or a brand, pretty much cashes you out for your song, for 30 seconds of your song. So you stand to make all that money, rather than if you're going to get signed to a label, which I highly don't advise in this time period unless it's right, you're pretty much going to get a 360 deal, like that's standard.
You explained to them what a 360 deal. Everybody understand what a 360 deal is? Okay, no idea?
Oh, they don't? Okay, well now a 360 deal is, historically, record labels just cared about your physical sales because they were in the business of selling the plastic CD. But now since the plastic CD is pretty much done with physical sales, like as they stated, they're way down. Now, to be on the charts, you could just sell 1,500 units. They want a piece of everything. So now they want a piece of your touring, your merchandise, like your clothes and stuff like that. They want a piece of any type of appearance fee that you will get. They want to monetize. They want a percentage off top now, and that's standard, which is kind of fair, but it's just different than how the model was prior to, let's say, 2 years ago.
So you don't advise that artists sign a 360 deal?
It really depends on your goals. I think really, I don't advise any independent to try to pursue a deal. I think really you guys are better off doing it on yourself, because right now, I mean, I could give you a list of 10 services that if you were to use them right now and utilize them to really cultivate and build a fan base, you would be fine. Like you would be a middle class or like a mid-tier artist that could make a living at this. I work with nothing but artists here in the Bay Area who, half of them, more than half, I would say 90% of them do not have major record label deals, but since they're here in the Bay Area and they found out the art of, I guess, the hustle, for lack of a better word, they live. They make more than in excess of $50,000 a year, which is not very comfortable, but if that's on the side of your normal job, then it's very sustainable.
Okay, well, let's look at that. Is that interest anyone in here, the idea of making your own living as a Well, then let's start with step one. How do we do that? How do we get it?
Well, first of all, I think if it's not already, Google needs to become your best friend. Just because of the amount of services you could kind of put into your daily workflow. So personally, like every day when I wake up, I open up my Google page. I have my Google Reader, which if you guys don't have RSS set up yet on the Google Reader, I highly, highly advise it, because you could, instead of every day logging on to, Billboard.com or whatever, MSN or Perez Hilton, whatever it is that you guys like to read, it aggregates and syndicates that all back to your Google Reader. So your Google Reader is basically like a personalized homepage of all the news that you want to see. So you can get up to date with pretty much any type of industry news, which you should, and technology trends and just business in general in your Google Reader. Then you can also have, through Google Docs, that helps with collaboration. So let's say me and him are doing a project together, and instead of having to always email each other an updated version of a Word file or Excel file, it's all in the cloud now, and so it's through Google Docs. So I make a doc in Google Docs, I send him the link, and then he can go there and then edit it, and we can collaborate in that type of fashion. Also for Google, Gmail is the biggest thing, because you will be needing to have a email for your PayPal account, because your PayPal account is tied to your Bandcamp account, and I suggest everybody get Bandcamp because it's pretty much the cleanest, easiest, and best way to capture fans, because it has a data capture feature on it that takes email addresses, and you can later, send them out information through your newsletter. And it also has like the best streaming widget player. It's way cleaner than MySpace. Excuse me? Bandcamp, Bandcamp. It used to be .mu, but it's .com now. And also the great thing about Bandcamp, but also now MySpace Music does it, is that it gives you the analytics. And so now really what's going on in music is that it's becoming a data-driven business, and you have to really know who the hell your fan is. And so I get, a lot of times when I get brought in to consult for labels, if they do, I'm lucky if they do, but if they do have a website, which I really suggest you get your own website rather than just a MySpace page or a Facebook fan page, You need your own website to create a hub and a home base, and just basically when you're in these other social networks, you want to kind of siphon them off of there and bring them to your hub where you could capture their data and then sell them direct. And a lot of people have like what's called like an affiliate link, like usually like an Amazon or iTunes, and I kind of go against that because what happens is when you send somebody else to iTunes and they buy your single or your album through iTunes, they get their data, meaning like every Tuesday, they're gonna press a button and you're gonna learn about their new releases every week, and they know who you are, your demographics, all that. And then now you don't know who the hell your fan is. So you don't know if more people in Pleasanton like you, or people in the Philippines, or people wherever. You don't know, you can't geo-target after that, so that hurts you. So really, if you do something to capture the analytics and do the one-to-one direct buy thing, I think that's really where it is.
Okay, and that's good. That's something you mentioned just kind of in passing there, is that you might have fans in the Philippines. So
Yes.
you might have fans in Japan. That's the power of the internet. Not only are you able to sell records to your friends, you're able to sell to people who will never see you and who you'll never see. So what's your take on that, Pierce? What's your take on the idea of beginning the first step towards building